Around this time, the City of Sentistan quest had recently come out, and I wanted to start working towards completing it. The first quest on my list was Desperate Measures. This is quite a long, but a very cool quest. I'm a big fan of the current storyline in the game, and I'd recommend giving it a shot if you normally spacebar through quests. Early on in the quest, you'll need to battle against Kerapac. You won't be able to kill him though because he can regenerate himself using the needle. There's no danger during this fight, so just keep on attacking until the quest continues. Later on, there's this part where you have to play this tower defense type minigame. There's a trick you can do where you can set up your team so you don't need to move around much, and the wiki has a great guide for it that I'd recommend. Near the end of the quest, you'll need to fight a black stone dragon. It's not as tough as the one from ED2, but does use similar mechanics. It shouldn't be too tough to deal with and should be over with quick enough. And shortly afterwards, the quest will be complete. You'll also get a nice chunk of archaeology and combat XP. Next, I went to work on Heart of Stone to get the blank observation, which is used for upgrading your Pontifex Shadow Ring during Azanadra's quest. This is another pretty long quest that involves a few fight sections and also some puzzles. The fight sections aren't too difficult and shouldn't prove to be a problem. When it comes to the puzzles, the wiki is always a great help if you're having trouble. There is a final boss encounter that can hit a little hard, but isn't too tough. You just need to dodge the big fireballs and destroy the abyssal anchors when they spawn. After a cutscene, finish off the monster and you'll soon be done with the quest. Before continuing with the questing, as usual, I kept looking to find our Fang from Araxor, but we only got more and more leg pieces. Chat's also been having a lot of fun hoping that I get even more webs. There's no way— oh shit! Alright, that works. Alright, what do we got? Kill 2. More drops, please. Really? Hey, I guess you just gotta ask, right? This game's easy. Just ask for the drops. No problem. Alright, get me out of there, please. Holy moly. Bang. No. Damn it. Oh, I didn't ask, I just demanded it. Before I was supposed to ask instead. My bad. Nice, 10k, that's what I like to see. Alright, I'm gonna ask nicely this time. Rex, can I please have my Fang? I've had enough of this, please. Can I just have it? No! It didn't work! Why didn't it work? Ow. Owie. Yeah, exactly.
Fresh whip,
Fresh web. Seeds. That's a lot of seeds. When doing some more questing, I wanted to go and complete Back to the Freezer so I could start getting the 007 penguin when I do my penguins weekly. If you finish that quest, whenever you spy on a penguin, there's a chance a 007 penguin will spawn nearby that'll give you a free clue casket if you find him. It's well worth unlocking if you haven't done so already. So I went and completed Ernest the Chicken and then Back to the Freezer. Back to the Freezer is a pretty long quest but doesn't have anything too difficult in it. It also awards a whole bunch of XP when finished. With those out of the way, it was time to start Azanadra's quest. This is quite a long quest that has a lot of awesome storytelling and lore to enjoy. There isn't really much to talk about combat-wise though, so just sit back and enjoy the story. Once completed, you get a bunch of archaeology and divination XP. The last thing to complete before we can do City of Sentistan is the Battle of the Monolith mini-quest. This is another tower defense style mini-game, just like in Desperate Measures, but much longer. There's also easy to follow strategies available in the wiki if you want some help with it. And with that done, we can now start City of Sentistan. This is another long but very cool quest. There's a few dangerous bits to watch out for as well. For a good chunk of the quest, whenever you're traveling around Sentistan, you will take constant and increasing damage until you stand next to a light source. I would very much recommend using the wiki to make traversing the city as painless as possible. You'll need to battle a few gargoyles throughout the quest, but they aren't too tough. You'll also need to battle the Blood Warden, who has a hefty 50,000 health. He heals for any bleeds applied to him, similar to Nex's Blood Phase, so you'll want to avoid using those kinds of attacks. He also can start to heal at low health, so you'll want to try and kill him as soon as possible when you get the chance. Whenever you're carrying one of the wards that you're gathering, the lights won't stop the area's damage anymore, so make sure you always get back to the temple as soon as you can. During the final run back to the temple, be prepared to take a lot of damage. I'd recommend your best food along with Ceradomin brews for healing. Bringing an enhanced Excalibur can also help offset the damage. You can also use abilities like Surge and Bladed Dive to help move you around quicker. If you have Power Burst of Acceleration or the Mobile perk, you can use those to really get around quickly. If you find the incoming damage is too much, just make sure to teleport out so you can try again. Also, I'm not sure if this would work, but I imagine you could use something like Barricade if you're really struggling with this. Once you've handed all the wards in, you'll be able to complete the quest for a juicy amount of XP. The main prize from this though is the new spells that you unlock. This is where you get access to Smoke Cloud, Animate Dead, Exsanguinate, and Incite Fear. Smoke Cloud is a new debuff you can apply to enemies that makes your critical hits deal more damage and also increases the hit cap of your crits. Animate Dead is a spell that gives you a flat damage reduction to all incoming damage while wearing magic tank armor. Exsanguinate is an autocast spell that increases the damage of your basic abilities and also gives you access to an upgraded version of Rack and Ruin. And Incite Fear reduces the cost of the Tsunami ultimate and also gives attacks a chance to do area damage. Each of these spells are very powerful and are fantastic upgrades to our magic. While continuing to grind Araxor, we ended up getting even more leg pieces, but we did also get some nice Torva boots when doing some necks. You'll be better when you finally hear I got one? Me too, actually. No! God! Leg piece, I can't even get excited for these things anymore. There we go. Holy moly. 300% sucks. We got no shortage of leg pieces. Oh my god. It never ends with the fucking legs, man. And kill. Nice, nice. What do we got? Oh, I got Torva boots! Yay! We finally got something, and it was Torva pieces too. That's fancy. After working on some archaeology, I went and got the Fury of the Small Relic. This is a very powerful relic that makes all of your basic abilities gain an extra adrenaline and is very worth unlocking. Back at Raksha, we got another pair of fleeting boots to add to our stack. And when working on a Reaper task at the Rex Matriarchs, we ended up getting a Heart of the Seer. This will be really nice whenever I get around to doing more Dagonoth Kings to get the other pieces so we can make a Channeler's Ring. I also figured it would be worth the effort to go and get the Divine Conversion Relic. This is a really great relic that allows you to instantly deposit your whole inventory of memories when doing divination. It greatly speeds up the energy gathering grind to upkeep our divine charges. In a questing mood, I went ahead and completed a bunch of various quests. First, I went and completed the quick quest, Animal Magnetism. This gives you a permanent unlock where there's a chance for your ranged ammunition to automatically be picked up after use. This also allowed me to start a Fairy Tale Part 3. This is a longish quest that has a small boss battle at the end. You'll need to grow some allies in the farming patches first so they can deplete the Godfather's invincibility. Afterwards, just finish him off and you'll be done the quest shortly after. You'll get a nice chunk of XP, but the big reward from this one is the ability to use fairy rings without needing a Draman or Lunar Staff. Next, I went and completed a bunch of simple quests, starting with Back to My Roots, then Between a Rock, the Clock Tower quest, and finally, Deadliest Catch. Next, I went and started Dream Mentor. This is another long quest that also has a series of boss fights near the end. None of them are particularly hard, so they shouldn't be much trouble. Once completed, you gain a whole bunch of XP and also gain access to some new lunar spells. I ended up having some pretty wild luck when making some Ripper Demon pouches and received the Nipper Demon pet. This pet is a 1 in 30,000 chance to get, so getting it below even 1,000 Ripper Demon kills is quite lucky. At this point, the first of the Elder God Wars fronts had been released and the new boss fight of Kerapac was out. We did some practice doing both normal and hard mode of the fight on another account, and I felt I was ready to give normal mode a go on the hardcore. And our bravery was rewarded by getting a Scripture of Jazz at only 12 KC. Oh shit, we got a something. Is that the book? We got the book, you guys. What? That's badass. Holy shit. This is actually a really nice drop to get since we currently didn't have anything good to wear in our pocket slot. And the next day we decided to be extra brave and started doing some hard mode trios at Kerapac as well. We didn't end up getting any drops during this, but the idea of working towards the new tier 95 staff is very exciting. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to let me know what you thought down in the comments below. I'd also love it for you to come hang out with us on Twitch sometime, under the same name as my YouTube channel, BreaCheese. A link to my stream will be down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.